Hello everybody and welcome back to Amber's Cooking Corner. Today we are going to make sausage two ways. I opened up a package of sausage, so I'm going to prepare two meals for you, one of them being sausage and peppers with a little bit of sauce, and the other one's going to be sausage, potatoes, and peas. So one of them goes in the oven, one of them I'm going to cook right on the top of the stove here. So what I like to do to get started is I don't like the casings on my sausage. So I just go right in, get a little kitchen scissor underneath, and I take the casing right off. And I'll put the sausage back here. This sausage is hot sausage. You can use hot or spicy sausage for either one of these recipes. I just prefer things a little bit spicy. So what I'm going to do is I am going to continue to take the casing off of each piece of sausage, and then we'll get back to cutting potatoes as soon as I get back, okay? Okay, so right now for the sausage and potato dish, I'm going to put the oven up to 400 before we start prepping. Give this time to heat up. And before, when I was talking, I meant to say hot or sweet. I have the hot sausage because I like it spicy. You can use sweeter if you like a little mild taste. So right now what I'm going to do before we start cutting and chopping is I am going to just spray my pan, a little pan here. I don't like anything to stick. So I have, you can use about like 5 medium potatoes. I have a little bit more because I had some small funny looking ones in there, so I'm just using up what was left in my bag. So I'm just going to cut these across, and I'm going to kind of half moon them like this into a thin shape. The thinner they are, the faster they'll cook for you. So, and try to make them as even as possible because the size does matter. With this, for cooking purposes, so I'm just going to cut across these. I'm going to half moon them. And then I have, for both, I have 1 large onion, 1 medium. So I'm going to use 1 of each size here. These 2 are going to go into the sausage and potatoes, and the other ones are going to go in the sausage and peppers. So for these, what I like to do is just cut, I don't know if you can see, this is the way they're shaped here. I turn them to cut across. I kind of hold it down like this while I put my knife through. And then when I take it apart, I could just take these and just kind of put them apart in the pan like this. The onions will kind of cook down. So we'll do that. And throw these in the pan with the potatoes. I use a little garlic powder in this because we don't like the chunks of garlic in there. So I'm going to cut across this medium one now, and I'll cut this one lengthwise so it matches the size of all these other ones, and just pull it apart in here. Just kind of separate and squish them between your fingers. Get them out. Today is the day after Easter. We're all still under quarantine, so I didn't have a big family Easter with lots of leftovers because I just made food for just us. So I'm just preparing a couple of meals now out of a couple things I had in the freezer and the fridge. All right, so I'm going to finish cutting these potatoes the way I showed you, and I'll get right back as soon as these are all cut up and put in the pan, okay? Okay, so this is what your potatoes look like all cut up. They're all basically around the same size with the onions in here, okay? So this package is a package of 8 sausages, so I'm going to put 4 in this dish. And the same scissors I use to cut the casing off with, I'm just going to use to cut the sausage in here. So I'm just going to cut small little pieces of sausage all over the top. We're just going to keep on moving with this. All right, so I'm going to cut these next 2, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. So the sausage is all cut up. I placed it on the top here. I'm going to give my hands a quick wash, and then we're going to put some olive oil, salt and pepper, and garlic powder over the top. I'm going to wash that because I just touched the raw meat. And then we'll move on. Okay, so over here, we're going to drizzle olive oil all over the top here. You want a really good amount of olive oil. This is your flavor. This is what keeps it from sticking. And then I'm just gonna mix it up with my hands too. That all over the top. And then you're gonna wanna put a good amount of salt. And pepper. Remember, this is spicy hot sausage, so you don't need too much pepper. There. Rinse my hands. We'll give it some garlic powder. Okay. Just take that and sprinkle it over the top. If you're a garlic fan, use more. If you're not, then don't. And then for a little bit of color, I'll throw a little bit of dried parsley over the top. So I put that in my hand and I just sprinkle that all over the top. And then with my hands, I'm gonna just give that a good mix. So I'm gonna get all of the salt and pepper all over everything. Mix it with the onions and the potatoes. Get the sausage in there. This oven is on 400. You might have to turn it down as a cooking process, but I put it in there uncovered. Something like this, you wanna cook until the sausage is completely cooked through and until your potatoes are kind of fork tender. Right now they're hard. So we're gonna get this into the oven. Just before the sausage and potatoes are done, I put some peas on the top. So it'll be sausage, potatoes, and peas. The oven has preheated. So I'm just gonna take this and throw it right in the center there, okay? And now I'm just gonna wash up and get ready to start making the sausage and peppers with you. Be right back. Now we're gonna start our sausage and peppers. So I start out with a deep pan like this. I'm gonna put it up to medium-high heat. I'm gonna add a good amount of olive oil to the bottom here. And I'm gonna let that heat up. While the oil heats up, I'm gonna chop up the onion just the way I did it for the sausage and potatoes. So I'm just gonna chop those up really quick. Okay. I'm gonna chop this. This is the bigger one. So I go across and then I turn it around and go down the middle. Okay. And I'm just gonna break these up just like I did before and throw these in the pot. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on these to help them cook down. And then I'm gonna saute these for a little while until they're a little translucent, and then I'm gonna add the peppers. Once I get all this broken up in the pot, I'm gonna show you how to take care of your pepper and get that in here as well, okay? So all the onion is in the pan. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt over the top here just to start letting all those juices release. Put a little bit of pepper. Season in layers. So I've cut open most of my red peppers and I left them flat like this. Here's one that I've already just washed. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to cut the top off and I'm going to take the seeds right out of the middle. I'm going to cut it right down the center, okay? And I kind of push it open with my hands and I take that white membrane out. Just take it out and clean it. And I'm going to do the same for this one. Just cut across, be careful. That off. Now I can just rip them out. So now they're all flat the same way. Okay, so as they're flat, you don't ever want to cut this way. You want to flip it open, tuck your fingers back, hold it, and cut in strips. So you're going to cut in strips all the way across. Again, everything should be the same size. That helps the cooking time. All right. So I'm going to get all of these peppers chopped up, and then I'll be back. All my peppers are all chopped up. Onions are going. I am just going to cut the sausage in and let them both cook together and brown up. And I use my kitchen scissors just like I did with the sausage and potatoes. It's easier to cut because I took the casing off, and it's really hard to slice with a knife. So my kitchen scissors I use for a lot of different things. So I cut them up into just like little bite-sized pieces. And I like my sausages golden brown, so I let these cook until they're nice and golden, and then throw the peppers in, and it makes like a nice juice. So the sausage is in. You can hear them sizzling. They're gonna get golden brown really quick. And as soon as that happens with the onions, I'll be right back, and then we'll put the peppers in together, okay? So the sausage and onions have been cooking for about 5 to 6 minutes. I just took the spoon and flipped them a little bit until they got nice and golden, and the onions are cooking down. So at this point now, all of the peppers that we cut up, I'm using red. You can use green, yellow, orange, a mixture, whatever you have in the fridge. This is what I happen to have that I wanted to use tonight. So I'm just gonna take them all and throw them right in with the sausage. This will all cook down. So I'm just gonna give that a good toss in here. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put a little bit more salt over the top. Again, that helps the peppers cook down. So I'm gonna do that. Take a little bit of the salt and just go over the top. Mix it in a little bit here. And then this was on medium. I'm just gonna lower it just a little bit. I'm gonna put the top on this pan, and that'll help cook the peppers down too. Once that's done, I have a little can of tomato sauce here. This is an 8-ounce can. You don't have to put tomato sauce over the top. This is just what I happen to have in my cabinet today, so I'm gonna put some over it, just kind of like boosts up the flavor. And you can put this on top of rice, on top of a sub if you want, or just in a bowl and eat it just like that. So I'll show you the point that we're gonna put this in. So that'll take probably about 10 minutes or so. So as soon as that's done, I'll come back and we'll throw the sauce in and give it another 5 minutes to cook. Sausage and peppers are all done. Look at that. Now we're gonna give it a taste. So I'm gonna take a little scoop here. I have to wait for the sausage and potatoes too, so I'm gonna sneak a little bite here. Take a piece of the pepper and some of the sausage. And then I like a little bit of grated cheese. So I'm just gonna take a little bit here. Pour over the top. Let's see. Came out perfect. This is nice and easy for a one pot meal during the week. It took about, what, a half hour, 40 minutes to cook, put together, and it's delicious. So we gotta wait a few more minutes, another half hour or so, to check on the sausage and potatoes, and I'll let you know how that one comes out next too. So the sausage and potatoes have been cooking now for about 45, 50 minutes. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's basically done at this point. This part here is completely optional, but I like to put a little paprika over the top just because of the color, but you don't have to do that. I'm gonna give it a mix. Okay, let's mix that right in. And then what I do is I take a can, I drain it of peas, and I'm gonna just throw it over the top here. Peas and everything are already cooked and all done. I just spread them around a little bit, give them a chance to warm up in the oven. I'm gonna give that about 5 minutes, okay? And as soon as that 5 minutes is up, I'll bring you back. We'll do a little taste test. We'll be good. 5 minutes is up. Those peas are warmed up. It is ready to come out of the oven. That looks good. It's sizzling. The paprika gave it some nice color. I'll put that right there. I'm gonna get myself a little bowl. Well, it's nice and hot. I'm gonna mix this in a little bit. Another one pot meal, nice and easy, right in the oven. Not that much effort. Okay. We're gonna just scoop this in. This is my dinner tonight. So we'll put that in like this. I give it a nice little drizzle of olive oil over the top. Okay. Here we go. We'll give that a try. Nice and hot. We gotta be careful here. That came out great. Nice balance of salt and pepper, sausage, potatoes, onions, a full balanced meal all in one dish and in one pot. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the bell. That will notify you of all the new recipes that I come out with or show you guys. Any comments, suggestions you may have for me, please fill it out at the bottom there. The recipes will both be in the description box. You just tap that arrow if you're on the phone. Again, thank you for watching. Ciao.